Pane Carasau, or music sheet bread, is one of the most traditional foods of Sardinia. In the past, when shepherds spent months at a time in the mountains, they needed bread that would not go moldy. So Sardinian cooks created this paper-thin bread that remains one of the most traditional delicacies of the island. Today, much Pane Carasau is industrially produced and available even outside of Sardinia. But the real traditional Pane Carasau is still made by hand by many Sardinian cooks, even though it requires hours of hard work and much skill. The dough for Pane Carasau is made from semolina flour, yeast, and water. It's rolled out into thin rounds, which are then left to rise very slowly for at least 4 to 6 hours. Up to this point, the process sounds quite familiar. But anyone who's seen Pane Carasau being baked is fascinated with what happens next. The rounds, which are barely more than a couple of millimeters in thickness, are baked for about 30 seconds in a very hot wood-burning oven. In a process that looks like a miracle no matter how many times you witness it, the top and bottom of the rounds separate, the space between them fills up with hot vapor, and the bread ends up looking like a balloon. This balloon-like bread is taken out of the oven, and while still extremely hot, it is cut to separate the two layers. You have to be very careful when doing this. The air that fills the inside is very hot and can burn your hands. But skilled Sardinian bread makers separate the layers before they start sticking together. They also make sure the edges are as even as possible because, as every Italian knows, part of enjoying a food is its visual appeal. Later, each layer is toasted, which gives it a deeper flavor and crunchy texture. Pane Carasau, dry and toasted like this, can last for months. It's best served warmed up in the oven and drizzled with extra virgin olive oil and a sprinkling of salt. Or grate some good pecorino and let it melt on the Pane Carasau, creating the Sardinian version of a cheese sandwich. It's a delicacy like no other.